everybody. Welcome back to Around the Emirates podcast with Sara Mousa, where I speak to guests from across UAE about topics you want to hear about. Today, I'm joined by the lovely Sarmistha Mitra. Hello, Sarmistha.
Hi, Sarah. I'm so happy to be in your show.
I am so happy to have you on my show. So, guys, I love talking to this amazing lady. Not only is she a holistic health expert, but she's also founder and CEO of the Wellbeing Sanctuary. Please tell me your story and talk to me all about the Wellbeing Sanctuary and what got you into the holistic health space.
It's a long journey, Sarah. You can say I started my journey about 34 years ago or 35 years, but it was directionless. I didn't have a direction. So later on, when my son was about, let's say, in grade 8, 9, and my whole life was centered around him, bringing him up was my only objective and purpose in life. And then when he was supposed to leave home and go to his university, that's where I was struck with this, anxiety and depression that I'm as if I am going into a life of purposelessness. And that's where the journey started to find a purpose, to find a solution for myself, and that led into providing solution for others.
I love that. So, talk to me about creating this company. Why the Wellbeing Sanctuary?
So the Wellbeing Sanctuary was not in the pipeline. It was not something that I was planning and I was okay waiting for a time, then I would be launching the company. It all happened. I always believe that, you know, there are things that you don't know, your plans, your goals, whatever goals we have in life is so small according to what we understand. But whatever plans are there, like already laid for us, is much bigger than what we think of or what we dream of. So it just happened so that I was working in another institution, another center. And then when I created the method, the holistic mindset training program, DecodeYou, which is, I'm going to talk about it later, the biggest hurdle and challenge in my life. Uh, then it needed a platform, like a platform for launching, because anything new people don't trust. Anything new takes a lot of guts to start, and others would not hear what I have to offer. So that's where I had to start my own to make this program approachable and accessible to people.
So you've talked a little bit already about the challenges that you faced as an entrepreneur in almost getting people to grow that loyalty towards your brand and also just to get them to hear you out. What kind of other challenges did you face and when creating this brand, and how did you overcome them?
See, the basic challenge, which it's not that I have overcome all of it, but it's a still ongoing journey, and I'm sure there is a lot more ahead of me. The bigger the dream is, the more the challenges. So, the biggest challenge so far is to establish this program, Decode You, as a mainstream therapy model, and introducing a new approach in a field which is already dominated by traditional methods. It's very, very daunting. The Wellbeing Sanctuary, on top of that, had been a brand which was new. And as I said, I was working with another institution earlier on, so I never had planned that I'm going to create a platform of mine. So I have to work from before and create some certain kind of awareness until I jump into my boat. It's like I jumped into the sea first, and then I started to learn swimming. It was my journey, and it's still an ongoing journey. I've initially like taking on the load, doing everything by yourself was like learning every bit of it was a huge challenge. Now after like 3 years in this journey, the holistic center is about 3 years old now, and there are a lot of things which has already been streamlined, and now my focus is to bring the method into the forefront of holistic therapy.
I love that. And what does it take for somebody to become a holistic health expert? Like what kind of experience does that require?
Um, Like any other experience or any other profession, it requires years of experience and a lot of studies. I have like gone through, you can say about 10 years of continuous study from one discipline of mind science to another until I really could understand or have a little understanding, which I can call myself an expert today into the human mind and behavior and how the body and the mind is connected. My whole specialization about decoding you is about decoding your subconscious mind mastery, where every dysfunction is a subconscious defense mechanism. When people don't know this, they just treat the symptom and the dysfunction is still latent inside and it comes back later in another form. So, whether it's a physical challenge or a mental or behavioral challenge, if we address the subconscious mind and we figure out a way to reprogram it, reorient it through neuroplasticity, then we can overcome the problem as well. So this is something very few people have awareness of. That is another challenge that people have no awareness that there is something called the subconscious mind, which is controlling. It is our autonomous nervous system, and the autonomous nervous system controls every function of of our body. So people have very little knowledge about it, even though we know superficially, but there is no deeper knowledge about it.
That is so cool. I had no idea the amount of science that went behind that, and to be able to rewire that connection is amazing. Is there
Yeah.
something specific that was unexpected that you learned, like, along this process that you feel a lot of people may not know about?
That's what people don't know is that every problem that we have, whether it is a relationship problem as simple as that, or psychological problem, or behavioral problem, or health issue, it's a subconscious defense mechanism that is activated. And
Wow.
this is something people don't know. Most people in the world, they don't know that we are just dealing with the defense mechanism. For example, let's say people dealing with forgetfulness. People want, like, it's a symptom, right? I'm forgetting everything, so what can I do to deal with it? So when people would come to me, I would first start with, this is the forgetfulness is a way that your brain or your subconscious mind is protecting you, defending you from something. And then if we figure out what is the subconscious mind protecting you from, then we can overwrite that program.
Wow.
So every problem, if you can think in this way, like if I have this today, let's say I have acne. Acne, my subconscious system or my autonomous nervous system is protecting me from something by acne, by giving me the acne. And the therapy starts from there. So what is it? And we brainstorm, we figure out, and there is a solution, an answer comes. So this is what's happening. And then when we understand that this is the reason, then we override it. For another example, I can give you, people are dealing with weight issues and they have been going through diet plans, they have been going through exercise. Whenever they are in a strict, regulated program, they lose the weight. And immediately they are out of the program, out of the diet plan, out of a strict like workout regime, they gain back the weight again. And this is again because the subconscious mind understands that you need the weight. It is a defense mechanism, it is protecting you from something. And when we don't address that part, we are just addressing the symptoms, then it doesn't work. The problem is still there inside. So this is a revelation that which I have come across or come to understand through all the different studies that I have done, and also the years of exposure to clients, like thousands of clients with thousands of problems, but it's the same understanding. It The root cause is that it is a defense mechanism.
That is so cool. Like, just hearing you talk about it, I can hear how you have so much passion and drive and ambition for what you're doing. And like, just to hear you speak from the heart is so inspiring. And I have two more questions for you, if that's okay. And the first is, what is your favorite thing about what you do?
Oh, this is something which I personally feel as I am solving a problem for my client, it gives me such kind of fulfillment to solve their problem. It's not only that I'm solving their problem, but I feel I am also solving a bit of myself. A little puzzle within me is also getting solved at the same time. We are like, our whole consciousness or the puzzle that we are, like the bits and pieces. Every day I meet a new client and I reconnect a little bit of myself through them. And it is such a beautiful process where I am also being helped through my clients.
I love that. I love the sense of like self-fulfillment that shows that you really do put your heart and soul into what you do and something that is for a better cause and that does help people. And on the note of helping people, what word of advice do you have today do you feel would help the listeners listening to this episode today?
The only thing that I would like to tell people is that take the responsibility to become aware of yourself. It is every adult person's responsibility not to act like a victim, not to just leave it to others to change, but to take that responsibility that this, I am an adult individual and it is my responsibility to know myself. And know myself means know my subconscious mind, because my conscious mind is only 10% of me.
Wow. That figure in itself is so insane. Like to think that your conscious self is only 10%. Like that's you would think that you would use more, you have more access to your brain, but I guess through you that they would have more access to those connections. So what a powerful message to leave the audiences with. I really appreciate your time here and the way that you've been so candid about your journey. It's been such a beautiful story to listen to.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and thank you for your time as well.
Thanks. Take care. Bye.